In our last video, we learned how to add fractions with the same denominator. But in this video, we will learn how to add fractions with unlike denominators. Unlike denominators is when the bottom part of the fraction are not the same number. For example, in the number 2/3 and 5/6, they do not have the same denominator. 1/2 plus 3/7. As we can see here, they don't have the same denominator. 2 and 7 are two different numbers. That means that we need to find a common denominator in order to answer this equation. Okay, so let's skip count by 2's, okay? 2, 4, 6, 8, 8. We cannot get from 7 to 8 by multiplying, so 8, no. 10, no. 12, no. 14, 7, 14. Yes, we can get from 7 to 14. That means the common denominator here is 14. Now, we know in order to get to 14 from 2, it's times 7. And in order to get from 7 to 14, it's times 2. Now, we know from past problems that whatever you do on the bottom, you do on the top. So, 1/2 times 7/7. And one thing I really like about this is 7/7 because it equals 1. When you're doing 1/2 times 7/7, the value is going to stay the same, just the numbers are different. That's something to keep in mind, that the top and bottom have to be the same in order for the value to remain the same. Okay, so 1 times 7 equals 7, and 2 times 7 equals 14. Now, 3/7. 3/7 times 2/2 equals something with the 14 on the bottom. 3 times 2 is 6. That means now we have 7/14 plus 6/14. Okay, so for this, we're going to leave the 14 the same, and we know that 7 plus 6 is 13. So that gives us the answer of 13/14. So 1/2 plus 3/7 equals 13/14. 2/3 plus 1/5. They clearly do not have the same denominator, so let's fix that. First, we're going to find the common denominator. So let's count by 5's. 5, 10, 15. If I remember correctly, 3 is a factor of 15. So that means that we can start with the 2/3. So 2/3 times 5/5 equals 10/15. And 1/5 times 3/3 equals 3/15. Okay, that 15 is not that visible, but hey, 15ths. 10/15 plus 3/15 equals 13/15. So that means that 2/3 plus 1/5 is 13/15. To find the common denominator, not only are we skip counting, but we're basically just multiplying the two denominators by each other to get a common denominator, which can work, but in most equations, that will give you really big numbers and you have to break it down, which is just a lot of work. That's why skip counting is the best instead of just multiplying them by each other. For example, for this one, we could do 10 times 4, making 40. That's a common denominator. That could work, but that's a lot of work. If we skip count with both numbers, let me just put 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Let's just do 5 for each, okay? Then we got 4. We have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Okay, we can see here that instead of doing all that extra work with 40, we have 20, which is really easy. So because this is the second number for 10, this will be 2, and this is the fifth number, so this will be 5. 2 and 5. So 1/10 times 2 halves equals 2/20. 2/4 times 5/5 equals 10/20. Okay, now we just have to add all that together, which equals 12/20. That means that 1/10 plus 2/4 equals 12. This is the bonus question of today's video. 2/3 plus 3/4 equals what? Don't forget when you answer this question to just drop it in the comment section below so we can get shout out like Favor055, which is the shout out of today's video from answering the question from my last video. Then again, if you want to get a shout out just like her, you can just drop your answer in the comment section below and I will shout you out in my next video.